What is up, webheads? Welcome back to a very exciting Marvel Spider-Man 2 related video where we're gonna dissect and break down each and every scene of brand new exclusive gameplay footage that was given to us by the content creators who were able to attend the preview event for Marvel Spider-Man 2. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. We start off with a brand new chase sequence between Symbiote Spidey, the Lizard, and Kraven and his goons. This is all likely taking place after the events of the gameplay reveal trailer we got a few months back. Although it's not confirmed, I'm just making an educated guess. And right off the bat, you can really see how aesthetically pleasing the new Marvel's New York is, and just how fast-paced this game really is going to be. The use of the web wings and the all-new speed mechanics for the web swinging are definitely going to be put to good use. And we also get a little bit more of a taste of the great Yuri Lowenthal putting his voiceover work of Symbiote Spider-Man / Peter Parker, saying that he's getting really sick and tired of this lizard hunt. Kraven's going all out using his brand new weapons and technology to catch the lizard, and if you notice, some of the gunships that are being used here are one of the gunships that Venom actually takes down when he's revealed at the end of the story trailer. And I know a lot of people are talking about Kraven and Venom appearing in this game and how they're supposed to be the main villains, but I think people are really underestimating the power of the lizard. Because just think of it, he's got Kraven, all of his goons, and all of his weapons, along with Symbiote Spider-Man trying to stop him, and they're really having a difficult time doing this. The lizard is just able to fling around Kraven's Humvees with absolute ease, and Peter's just having a hard time keeping up with him, to be honest. When the lizard does get cornered, he just leaps away, and it results in another chase. And as we head to another chase scene, this one I thought was super cool and unique. We get a chase scene of Peter chasing the lizard with Kraven all the way up a skyscraper, which we've never really seen before in previous games. And as this is all happening, we get a very interesting piece of dialogue from Peter.
I'm not losing this antidote!
So this antidote that he's talking about could be behind the whole motivation for Miles and Peter trying to track him down. And I'm guessing this antidote is some type of cure to cure Curt Connors of being the lizard. Because after all, from the gameplay reveal trailer, Harry's dying and Connors is the only one that can help. Peter actually makes a quite funny clip here. He says to the lizard, "Once you get to the top, what are you gonna do? Fly away?"
What are you gonna do at the top? Fly away?
And I really love that as dark as we all know Symbiote Spider-Man to be, he's still got some of those quirky quips up his sleeve. As they get to the top, Peter and Kraven kind of corner the lizard, and Kraven shoots the lizard with an explosive crossbow arrow. It results in the lizard ultimately falling off the skyscraper, and Peter now has to save him. And as the lizard starts to fall, Kraven then shoots him with a crossbow again, but just a regular arrow. And Kraven makes a kind of funny point saying,
"Such a beautiful creature."
This is absolutely everything I wanted Kraven to be, man. When Peter finally catches up to the lizard as he's free falling, he realizes that it's another explosive arrow that is about to detonate and it explodes. Peter just barely gets a chance to inject him with the antidote before the cutscene cuts to black and we don't actually know what happens next, which is super unfortunate, but it just gets me more and more excited. But don't worry, we get a lot more lizard in this next scene, as we get our very first look at a boss battle in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and this time it's going up against the lizard. I can't really tell where exactly they are in this location. It kind of looks like a lab, but at the same time it could be one of Kraven's locations. I'm not entirely sure, but this boss battle looks absolutely insane. My first impressions is that we finally get a health bar in our boss battles. That's one of the very few things that have been missing from the previous games that I'm super excited about. We get to see a lot more of the symbiote's special abilities be put on display in this boss battle. Peter's trying to call out to Dr. Connors, saying that he's Curt Connors, a brilliant scientist, trying to bring him back to the light to get him to understand.
You're Curt Connors, a brilliant scientist!
But it's just not working very well. And it's kind of ironic that Peter's trying to have this little talk with Dr. Connors, saying that he's made some mistakes, he's got a family that cares about him. It's like, Peter, I mean, this might be early on when he has the black suit, but boy, the irony or the foreshadowing here in this scene, it's crazy.
You made some mistakes, but it doesn't have to end like this! Is this how you want your family to remember you? Think of your wife, your son! They need you! You can still be with them!
Gameplay mechanics definitely look very familiar, but I love how they have a lot of brand new fresh takes that they bring to the table when it comes to combat. You see so many different finishers and just combos in general that really get me amped up for these boss battles. You can really hear the pain and the urge to help from Peter's voice when he says, "I need you," to Dr. Connors. I loved seeing Symbiote Spider-Man try and use his tendrils to try and slow the lizard down and just try and restrain him to a certain degree to calm him down, but even that's not working, which is insane. insane. Peter also tries to tell Connors that he does have the antidote and that he's trying to help him. So the whole point of this mission and this whole fight scene is just to try and inject the lizard with the antidote to try and return him to just being Dr. Connors. Before we see any more progression with that, it cuts to black on that cutscene as well, right as it's starting to get super good. And I'm beginning to start to see a pattern here. Insomniac knows exactly what they're doing, which I love. The next bit of gameplay footage we see is probably my favorite of the bunch. Definitely in one of Kraven's locations, as it's definitely got that vibe to it, as shown in the previous story trailer. We also get to see a brand new feature being put on display, and that's the Symbiote Surge, where we see the symbiote basically fully take control of Peter. And similarly to the way we use suit powers in the previous games, that's how you're going to be able to initiate the Symbiote Surge when you have the symbiote. And from what it seems like in this whole part of the gameplay, you just seem to wreak havoc whenever you have this initiated. We then see our first bit of Harry Osborn in this brand new gameplay footage, and the first thing that I quickly noticed was that Harry Osborn knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man at this point in the game. And when you are using this Symbiote Surge, the symbiote definitely seems to be evolving. And what I mean by evolving, I mean that it's starting to look more and more Venom-like. Like Peter Parker may become Venom at some point in this game. I'm not saying it's confirmed, but it's definitely looking more and more like a possibility that it could happen. It's definitely not out of the realm of possibility, certainly. I mean, the logos are looking more and more like Venom's spider on his chest, and when you're punching enemies, your fists seem to grow more and more mammoth-like, just like the beast of Venom. A lot more of the ferociousness of symbiote Spider-Man is put on display. When you're fighting Kraven and his goons, he's shown absolutely no mercy.
We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak.
We then get to see some brief footage of some more of the web swinging and animations, and this time it's from Miles Morales' perspective. His web swinging animations I've definitely heard seemingly is a lot similar to the previous games, but to be honest, his animations were already pretty darn cool. Anyway, the web wings look absolutely badass and so much fun to use. One of the last few gameplay scenes that we do see is a brief Spider-Bot side mission where we're playing around in the stall of a bathroom, where we're trying to distract some enemies by flushing the toilet, which is kind of fun. Now, last but certainly not least is not any actual gameplay footage, but it's an exclusive cutscene for Marvel Spider-Man 2, and boy is it amazing. As we get a cutscene from Spider-Man and Kraven. Check it out.
I'm just here to save my friend. Finish this later.
So yes, we finally see Symbiote Spider-Man and Kraven the Hunter face to face, as Kraven has found the weakness to the symbiote. Not too much to really break down here, it's pretty much cut and dry. Kraven and Spidey are in some sort of church and they find a church bell. Peter's here to just help his friend, whether it be Harry or the lizard. I think it might be the lizard. No big fight scene really takes place, it's just that little brief bit with the bell, but boy is that a tease for what's to come. In one content creator's video that I was watching earlier on today, there was an extended bit, but I didn't want to cut it out of their video with them talking. But after Spider-Man leaves in this cutscene, after he leaves the church, Kraven peers his head out the window and he says, "The final hunt begins," or something like that, which is really teasing Kraven's last hunt. Guys, that's going to do it for this exclusive breakdown video on all the gameplay footage that I was able to get my hands on. I know there might be a little more footage that is out there that I might have missed, but I think I covered pretty much all of it here in this video, so definitely let me know down below in the comments section. You all know what to do next. If you enjoyed this video on Marvel Spider-Man 2's exclusive gameplay footage, be sure to leave this video a like and make sure that you're a subscriber to my channel if you're a big fan and excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Thank you all so much for watching. There's plenty more videos here still to come on the channel. See ya, chumps.
See ya, chump.